guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bree if you are new here. In today's video, I really wanted to film a brow routine. So within the past, I want to say like 3 or 4 months, I have updated how I've done my brows. I use completely different products now, and I've been loving the way that they've looked. They look much more natural, especially for someone like me that has really sparse brows. They've been looking a little bit more natural. I tend to lean towards more defined brows. I always have, but they have a little bit more of a fluffy quality to them. I figured while I was doing my makeup, I would film a little brow routine for you guys to show you guys how I do it. I kind of flip back and forth between 2 different ways, but they both have the same results. So I'll show you both, one on each eyebrow. But if you are curious to see this makeup look, I am filming it and it's going up, I believe, after this video. Same week, but after this video. So keep an eye out for that. Subscribe if you are interested to see this makeup look. But if you are interested in seeing how I do my brows, then just keep on watching. Should I have shaved my eyebrows before filming a brow routine? Probably. Did I? No. Alright, so I like to do my brows before putting on lashes because I feel like sometimes I put on really long lashes and then they touch my eyebrows. So just to keep them out of the way, I like to do my brows first. So the products that I use are the Milani, whoop, I'm zoomed in so I have to be much closer. These are the Milani Weekend Brow Lash Pens, eyebrow tint pens. So basically they look like this. They're little brush tip liners that are not quite as pigmented as eyeliner, but they're super fine tips, work really well to fill in brows. And then I also use the Arches and Halos brow powder. This one in particular is the, if I can get it open, this one in particular is the neutral brown shade. So I use the darker one and the lighter one. So as I said in the intro, I tend to flip back and forth between the 2 different ways that I do my brows. Sometimes I will start off by filling in my brow with powder and then go over it with the brow pen, or I will take the lightest shade of the brow pen, which is soft brown, and I will start off by filling in my brow with that, and then I'll go in with a darker shade and then another slightly darker shade, just to give a lot of depth and dimension without being like just straight pomade on my brows. So like I said, one on one brow, one on the other. I'm gonna start off with the soft brown weekend brow on this eye. So with this, I don't tend to be super precise with it. I just want to get a layer of color down. To be completely honest with you, I bought this one not entirely sure about which shade I was going to be best in the weekend brow, so I bought all 3 of the shades, and then I'm just kind of making this one work. When I do run out of this one, I'm just going to end up using powder in the same way that I'll show you guys in just a couple minutes. But I just lay down a little layer of color and then start building out my tail, since that's something that I just like don't have. So there's step 1, just a really soft, easy brow. Honestly, on days where I wear no other makeup, sometimes I'll just do this. Just kind of gives me an eyebrow without being like overwhelmingly too defined when I'm not wearing anything else. All right, and then for the powder side, I just take a little angled brush and then I go into the lighter side and do the exact same thing, but if I'm being completely honest with you, this side's a lot faster. But again, I'm not being too incredibly precise here. I'm just trying to basically make a base layer. Alright, so there are the different sides. You can see this one's obviously much softer, a little bit more natural looking, whereas this one, it's a little bit harsher, but it's a little bit patchy. It's just not quite right. Next up, and this is the part that really makes a difference, is I take the Weekend Brow in the shade Medium Brown, which is my best shade match. And then I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna start doing little flicks. Just following the direction in which my hair grows. And then just finishing off the tail. So as you can see, there's already a huge difference between what my brow looked like before and what it looks like now. Now it looks like a little fluffy brow, a little bit crazy, got some brow strokes everywhere. And real quick, I'm just gonna do the other side. I have a little bit more trouble with this side because I have to cross my arm over. All right, fluffy base done. Everything else from here is kind of like a bonus round kind of thing, but I like to take a spoolie. I'm just going to use the end of one that I have from a brow pencil, and I like to just run it over it, just kind of blend out any of those harsher lines that I may have made, especially on this side. Alright, so as you can see, it definitely softened it up. You could stop right there if you want to. What I like to do is I like to take the espresso shade. Espresso, I don't know how you pronounce it. Black coffee. I like to take that shade, and then very, very lightly, I like to go and just make a couple darker hair strokes just to add a little bit more dimension. Alright, super happy with how those turned out. The only other thing that I like to do, and this is only on the side that I used only the pen, since I do put highlight in this area before I do my brows, I do like to take just a little bit of brow powder and just run it right in this area just to kind of mattify it so it doesn't look quite so artificial. Alright guys, so that is going to wrap up today's video. I know it was a super short one, but it was just brows, so super short. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you maybe learned something, or maybe now you're interested to try out a different brow technique. I know that these brow pens type of things are relatively new-ish. They're definitely not as common as like your pencils or your pomades or your powders. But I really love them. I think that they work really well. They last all day in my brows. I don't have a single bad thing to say about them. Comment down below and tell me what type of product you use in your brows, because I would love to know. Please subscribe if you have not already. It would mean the world to me. Like this video, ring the bell, do all the things. I hope that you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!